Hey, good afternoon. This is Jack Tubbs from the J Team at Realty One in Surprise, Arizona, wishing you an awesome Monday. Man, talk about a chilly day, but man, the sun is shining. It is beautiful here in the Valley of Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, I just wanted to reach out today to continue on with this series that we've been talking about home improvements. We started out with minor ones, minor improvements that bring back the best return on investment. As a matter of fact, what I mean by that is that for every dollar we spend, we see a return on that. Sometimes we see even over a 100% return. But most of the improvements we've been talking about right now have been 90% to 103% today. And then we kind of start talking about more major home modeling renovations that we can do that still bring back big dollars. And once again, if we're talking about doing things that are going to increase value, that are going to increase our curb appeal, that are increase our appeal to buyers and be able to bring us up to the best price that we can possibly get, and knowing that we can do some improvements that are going to bring us back not only the money that we spent, but even more on top of it, that's an awesome and beautiful thing. So today, as I said, we kind of have gone past the minor ones and we've got to start talking about the major ones. But the minors were like minor bathroom remodeling, landscaping, exterior upgrades, doing things like paint, vinyl. We talked about minor kitchen upgrades. We talked about taking space that, like an attic space or extra space that has been kind of not utilized maybe to its best potential, where we've turned it into a bedroom, or maybe even a bedroom with an ensuite, so we have like a guest suite, or say a teenager suite, or maybe even an in-law space. These are things that were a little bit they weren't quite as on the costly side, but they brought back somewhere between 103% and about 94% on ROI. Then we talked about the bigger ticket items. We talked about a major kitchen and bathroom remodel. And this is where we don't just replace things and just keep the same floor plan or footprint. This is where we move walls, we buy new cabinets, where we might even move some plumbing around, maybe go from a 30-inch range to a 36-inch range, maybe add a second wall oven or a wall oven microwave combination or something to that effect that dramatically changes the kitchen. And as I told you before, man, these are one of the things that buyers are looking for. They're looking for the dramatic, great master suites with the ensuite bathrooms and big closets, kitchen remodels that make a bold statement are also one of the things that are really in demand by buyers today. But now, this is not something that happens a lot here in the Valley, but we see it quite a bit. I'm from Michigan originally, and Michigan, this was one of the big things that added a ton of value to a home because it added a lot of year-round living space, and that was a basement remodel where people would put in wet bars and actually theaters and workout rooms, all sorts of stuff to make extra living space, extra entertaining space. It's one of the greatest things in Michigan was to remodel and have that be your man cave with the wet bar and the large screen TV or a theater room, to have that. The guys can go down there and play cards, watch movies, watch the Super Bowl, whatever. Always was a big appeal to buyers to have that extra entertaining / living space. So a basement remodel is number 9, and we see just a little bit over 90% on the ROI on that. And like I said, we're talking about putting in bars, new flooring, lighting, all these different things, finishing off the ceilings, or sometimes what a lot of people do, we're spraying in black so that everything up there is all the same color, so it kind of gives you the illusion of having a finished ceiling, but still gives you a little bit of that industrial look, which still is appealing to a lot of people. And making it very livable, making sure that it's heated and cooled properly, and just making it a fantastic, entertaining space where people can watch, like I said, watch the Super Bowl, put a pool table down there, dartboard, whatever. It's a great entertaining space, and it brings back over 90% of the money that you spend back, and that's on average. And in other areas, it might be well over 100% that it would bring back an ROI because it's a more common thing than it is out here in the desert out in Arizona. Next one is going to be adding replacement windows. And this one is especially out here in the desert, but in any climate that you face. If we have something that's got some tinting to help reflect the sun's rays away from the house so it doesn't heat up the house, also putting a layer of not only air, but a lot of times put an inert gas insulation there, at least between two panes. It acts as an insulator. We can still see through it, but man, it insulates the house from the heat and from the cold that we experience during different seasons of the year. And this is about almost a 90% return on money. Once again, it's not just windows themselves, it's door walls, especially we have those ones that are like accordion doors that open, so we can open up to our outdoor living space and make it, make it kind of a seamless transition from the indoor to outdoor living space. Skylights, dramatic skylights. I love skylights. I like to have that light coming into the house. But you know what? It can be very hot if we don't have a skylight that has some insulating value, especially from the heat that the sun builds up, and something to reflect some of that heat away from the house. Once again, having at least one space of insulation of some sort of inert gas to help insulate the house from the heat. I would suggest, if you can, on a skylight, that if there's a triple, a 3 glass system that has 2 layers of insulation with some sort of inert gas, plus having a reflective coating to help reflect some of the sun's heat away from you, that would probably be the best way to go. But man, I love skylights, and I find out that a lot of buyers out here love skylights also. So these are the 2 new ones we had. Basement finishing. I know we don't see a lot of basements in Arizona, but you know what? If you have that space, remodel it and turn it into extra living/entertaining space. Huge jump in value of your home, because it's going to add to the appeal, and you should get back almost 91% on the dollar on average of what you spend to upgrade and finish that space. And then the next one is replacement windows. And we all know that eventually windows are going to get replaced because they do get old. They do start to leak. The vacuum seal on a dual pane will break over time between the constant heating and cooling. It'll eventually break a seal, and we'll start to have them fogged, and we have to have them fixed. We have to have them, once again, resealed and re-vacuumed to put them back into service. And like I said, now with the new technology they have to treat the outside painted glass that will help reflect the heat from the sun that we have here in the desert to help keep the house cool, keep our cooling bills down, is an awesome thing. And once again, when people understand that you've gone to the lengths to have that value be part of the home, once again, it increases the appeal and also lets them know that, hey, I don't have to replace windows in this house probably for 10, 15, maybe 20 years, depending on the style and money that you spent on the windows and the quality of the window producer that you bought the windows from. So those are the 2 that I'm going to leave you with today. We got a couple more days worth of different upgrades that bring you back the best return on investment. And hey, if you ever have any questions about what your home is worth, if you'd like a comparative market analysis, if you have any questions about home remodeling, I work with contractors throughout the valley, especially when I'm working with some of the probate homes that I work with, because a lot of them have been not really touched for many, many years. So we try to figure out a way of what is the cheapest way to kind of bring up the value and the appeal of an older home that somebody might have been living in for the past 20 plus years. So I can answer and help you with some of these questions about what remodeling or what upgrade you should do to help get your house ready to sell, to bring back the best dollar for you. And right now in the market that we have, it's not going to take that much, but a few things like some painting, like I said, maybe refacing some cabinets in the kitchen, maybe putting just a new vanity in the bathroom can bring back a lot more money than 100% ROI. So feel free to call me. You can get a hold of me directly at 248-330-7972. That's 248-330-7972. Or you can email me, jack@thejteam.house. That's JACK, THE, the letter J, TEAM.house. Or you can call any member of my team at 623-252-4061. That's 623-252-4061. Hey, this is Jack Tubbs from the J Team at Realty One in Surprise, Arizona, wishing you a fantastic Monday. I will see you tomorrow with a couple more ideas about what upgrades we can do to our home that bring back the best return on investment. Bye-bye.